Good God, it's hot out here. Virginia sucks. Okay, sorry if you're from Virginia. I am a bit jaded right now because we are still trapped on base. However, that gives me time for, well, for videos and making this content for you. So if you've liked what you've seen so far, please go down there, click the little like button, subscribe to the channel, make sure you hit that notification bell. And now let's talk about my car and why it got spec'd the way it did. So let's go over the color combinations, the options for this car, why they were chosen, why they weren't, and finally, what is the actual price that I paid. Let's start with the easy ones. This is not a white car, it is ceramic matrix gray. I opted for the red interior, and we will get into why it looks this particular way here in just a moment. It is a non-Z51 car. Now, a lot of people are getting the Z51 package, and I totally understand why. You get a little bit more horsepower completely because of the exhaust. So you can get the sport exhaust or performance exhaust on the Z51. This just has a standard exhaust, which still has plenty of oomph and nice sound to it, so I'm not too worried. The Z51 also gets you the low wing spoiler, and you can opt for a high wing. Personally, I really like the look of the slick back. I think that GM did a phenomenal job with this, and I just like the lines that they created right here. Now, the Z51 also gets you upgraded brakes, cooling, and different stickier tires. And that is actually my main reason for not getting it. Other than not wanting that wing, in Montana, these tires are usable a good chunk of the year. I've actually driven them in snow and rain and some kind of rainy, icy conditions, and they're not too bad. But the summer tires would have been unusable. Now, obviously, I just could have got different wheels and tires and swapped them out, but I really didn't want to do that. I didn't see the point. I'm not going to be tracking the vehicle. I mean, you know, maybe some autocross or something like that, but nothing serious. So I didn't really have a reason to spend the extra money, get the extra cooling performance, and have to buy a whole nother set of wheels and tires on top of that. So it is a non-Z51 car, but there's 3 base trim levels that you can choose from as well. 1LT, 2LT, and 3LT. And this is a 2LT car. I've covered in one of my previous videos that I really wish I had gone with the 3LT. Now, with that said, the 2LT is still very, very nice. So let's talk real quick about the differences between the 1, 2, and 3LT and why ultimately I went with this option. The 1LT is a fantastic car, and you're getting a lot for your money, but you don't start to get most of the toys until you move up to the 2LT. So I wanted most of those things, the heads-up display, the lane departure assist, or the warnings rather, heated and cooled seats, all those kinds of things, right? And because of that, I thought it was perfectly reasonable to upgrade to the 2LT. To get to the 3LT, it's another $7,000, and for 2021, I think it's even going to be more. There was no difference in technology or equipment between 2 and 3LT. The difference was the leather and the interior. So with this, I have like a plastic steering wheel cover here, or airbag cover. This stuff looks like leather, but isn't. A lot of pieces are leather, but in the 3LT, all of it is. This headliner is just cloth. And that's fine. I mean, it's not like you're really touching these things much. In the 3LT, it's quilted Alcantara with these beautiful stitching lines in it and everything. It really is beautiful. It brings the car to yet another level, closer to most of its competitors with Ferrari or Lamborghini. It's not quite to that level, but it is pretty close, and for the money, I think it's worth it. So, if that's the case, why didn't I get it? Well, simply put, I just wanted to be a little cheap and save the money. And I wanted a red interior underneath the gray paint here, and that's still what I got. Although, what I would have chosen was the burgundy red 3LT interior, and that is what I wanted originally. It's what I had spec'd. Turned out you could not get that color unless it was a 3LT, so I went with this instead. So those are the options I wish that I had chosen, but there's a lot of other options that you can get on this car that I am very happy I did not go with. We already talked about the Z51, don't regret that at all, but there's other things like the front lift. So a lot of people having issues coming into cities and tight driveways might want to lift their car. However, if you've driven sports cars and supercars in the past, there's techniques to doing this. You basically have to drive sideways, and it can get a little bit dicey. But this car isn't all that low. So unless you're going to be lowering it already, you actually have a pretty significant amount of ground clearance down here. A good 6 inches on the nose and easily 4 inches or 5 probably all the way under the car. So you can get over almost everything without hurting the vehicle. I do understand why some people may want it, but for me, it was just an unnecessary expense. If you get the Z51, you could also opt for a magnetic suspension. Now, it is really, really cool. But for 2020, you had to get Z51 and then that. For 2021 and on, they're changing that as a standalone option, and I do think it would be worth it, but it was not worth speccing out something I didn't want to get a suspension that I probably wouldn't really use that much. That suspension also is one more weak point. Now, GM has been using the magnetic suspension for a long time. They do have it really well done, but I'm still scared that something's gonna break, and if it does, it's expensive. So there is one more option that I got on this car, and that is the engine appearance package. It's really quite simple. It gets you these awesome carbon fiber pieces here and the lights right there. So if you opt for a car that does not have the engine appearance package, these are basically plastic. I think that the carbon fiber looks awesome. You also would not get these lights. Now it's daytime, so it doesn't make a huge difference, but at night, this allows you to see the engine bay, check your oil, do all those kinds of things. And when you close the deck lid here, it looks really, really cool, all lit up at night. We have talked about the options this car does have, doesn't have, what I wish I would have opted for, and what I did not. But it's time to get to this. So how much was the sticker price, and then how much did I actually pay for it? Here you can see all of the owner benefits: performance, mechanical, safety, security, exterior, interior, connectivity, fuel economy, which I have massively beat this out. I'm averaging in the mid to low 20s, and on the highway, it's way, way above that. That means the standard vehicle pricing was $58,900, but then we have options. The 2LT package was $7,300. That gets you the infotainment system, the Bose performance speakers, cargo nets, heads-up display, memory seats, convenience package, rear camera mirror, which is awesome, performance data, video recorder, heated ventilated seats, all sorts of stuff here. Engine appearance package was $995, bringing our options total to $8,295. That means our grand total for this car was $67,195 before the destination charge. So $68,290 after. So a lot of people are paying way over sticker for these things. It's one of the highest demanded cars pretty much ever, and certainly of this year. And on top of that, production got hit twice to stop. First, we had the strikes from GM, and then we had the pandemic hit. So it was delayed several months starting, and then almost as soon as they started, they stopped. Now, I got super lucky. This is chassis number 646, and it was one of the ones built before the pandemic hit. Also, I put in the deposit for this last July. So right now, we're over a year since this thing was ordered, and it didn't actually come in until March. Okay, so how much did I actually pay over sticker? Well, nothing. I paid MSRP, and that was it. Wrestler Chevrolet in Bozeman was awesome. They never asked for anything more. They just said, nope, it's just whatever the sticker is, that's what it is. I put down a small deposit last July, and it was good to go. Fun fact, this car was announced on my birthday, so it was basically GM's birthday present to myself. It would have been rude not to buy one. I would say that is a hell of a deal for what you are getting here. GM Chevrolet did an astounding job at creating this car and really making something that a lot more people can afford compared to your traditional exotic. I've been waiting for a mid-engine American car for a long time, and so have a lot of other people. I did not think it was going to turn out as good as it did. I am so beyond happy with this vehicle. If you have a chance to drive one, you really should. Now, if you want to learn more about this C8, the C8 Corvette in general, and all kinds of other fun things, make sure that you like, share, and subscribe, and I really hope to see you in the future. Let me know in the comments down below, what upgrades would you do to your Corvette C8? What ones would you not do? Do you think the 3LT package is worth it? Also, I'm going to be doing a Q&A video here very soon, so if you have any questions whatsoever for the car, for me, or really anything else, put them down in the comments below, and I will try to include those in a future video. That's about all that I have for you today, my friends. So until next time, stay safe, drive safe, be happy. Bye. Thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to go to dadbod.marketing for all of your free business and marketing advice. Please like, share, and subscribe if you got something out of this video. And don't forget to check out our other videos right here. Yummy exhaust noises.